Hey, sweet people. Just a quick note before we get started today. As you probably know, here at Inglesnuecrupodcast, we are doing a new English challenge each month of the year. And in April, we are doing a challenge on prepositions. It is called Prepositions Perfection. I am super excited about it. I have learned a ton, and here are just a few things that you are going to learn. You are going to learn why are prepositions so difficult in the first place, and how can we fix that? We will learn about what are prepositions and why are they important. You will learn what the phrase low-hanging fruit means, and you will have a lot of fun with that. You will finally understand the differences between in, on, and at. My goodness, that is a good feeling. You will learn about prepositions of time, prepositions of place, prepositions of movement. You will learn why prepositions are like squirrels and trees. That should be interesting. You will get to see a lot of surprise guests like Alexia and our employee Felipe. You will learn how to use all of the most important prepositions in English with confidence. That means you will be able to confidently use words like at, above, ahead, around, about, after, before, behind, below, down, during, for, in, inside, into, on, off, onto, over, under. I think you get the point. You will learn how to finally use prepositions in the same way that native speakers do, naturally and confidently. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the Prepositions Perfection Challenge at inglesnuecrupodcast.com. It is ready to go this week, the second week of April, I believe. I think that's right. Okay, let's get on with the show.
Oi, pessoal, bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Eu não sei que dia da semana você está escutando a gente. Eu também não sei que dia do ano você vai estar escutando a gente, mas eu queria aqui falar que a promoção do Cambly, de você conseguir fazer uma aula de graça lá com eles, ainda tá valendo. É só colocar o nosso cupom Inglesnuecrupodcast. Também tem uma coisa, se você conhecer alguma criança de até 15 anos que esteja super à vontade de fazer aulas online de inglês, também está dando 30 minutos de graça por apenas R$1. É só acessar o linkzinho que eu coloquei aqui embaixo nas show notes do episódio para você, tá? Além disso, além dessas aulas que a gente fala aqui todo santo dia para vocês, eles estão também fazendo blog posts, lives semanais, estão fazendo podcast, e-books, tudo que vocês possam imaginar para fazer com que o tempo passe cada vez melhor e mais rápido, acompanhado do inglês. Então vai lá, acessem, façam valer a pena o momento de vocês, o tempo de vocês e vamos embora melhorar no inglês juntos, tá bom? Um beijo e agora, now on with the show!
Hello, hey, beautiful people. My name is Foster. I am an English teacher, and welcome to the Prepositions Perfection Challenge. Prepositions are difficult, but we are going to make them easy. Prepositions are complicated. We are going to make them simple. Prepositions make most students anxious and nervous. We are going to teach you how to use prepositions with confidence. And we are going to have some fun at the same time. So here we go, 30 days of prepositions. Let's get started. We have this phrase in English. We say low-hanging fruit. And I love this phrase, low-hanging fruit. I suppose a almost direct translation in Portuguese would be something like, sei lá, fruta que é muito fácil de pegar, ou algo assim, sei lá. Anyways, the idea with low-hanging fruit, you are describing something that is really easy to get, something that is really easy to do or achieve, and it does not require much effort. So you can literally imagine a piece of fruit that is hanging in a tree, but it is close to the ground, and it is very easy just to reach your arm up and pick that fruit from the tree. It's like an easy victory. You really don't need to do much, and you win. It's awesome. So why am I talking about fruit? Because today we are going to get some of the low-hanging fruit of prepositions. So there are some extremely common preposition mistakes that almost all of our students always make. And these are really easy mistakes to fix. And I wanted to start today with some really easy corrections, some low-hanging fruit, because I think it will really help us gain momentum, and it will give us a little more confidence and just get the ball rolling in the right direction. So let's get started with an easy one. Almost every single day, one of our students or someone that listens to our podcast says, I discovered you and Alexia in Spotify, or at Spotify, or I discovered you from Spotify. And I have to politely smile and say, oh, you discovered us on Spotify. So the correct preposition in this case is on. If you are listening to this, you probably discovered Inglesnuecru on Spotify. So in English, when we are talking about almost any type of platform, we use the preposition on, okay? So social media platforms, video platforms, music streaming services, all of these things, right? So we say, for example, you can add me as a friend on Facebook, or I saw his photo on Instagram, or I found a new job opportunity on LinkedIn, or I'm studying English on the internet, or Alexia loves watching videos of cute little puppies on YouTube. Game of Thrones is on HBO. You are spending too much time watching series on Netflix. Okay, so I think you get the point. When we are talking about platforms like social media, music streaming services, video platforms, almost everything like that, we always use the preposition on. So here is what I want you to do right now. Stop whatever you are doing, pause this audio, and think of 5 examples where you can use the preposition on with a platform. Very similar to the examples I just gave you. So if you have a pen and paper close to you, that is great. Write down your examples. If you don't have a pen and paper, take a quick note on your phone. And I know you have your phone because you are listening to this audio, or you are on your computer. Just write down 5 examples, okay? Okay, now you can start the audio again. And remember, next time that you get on Facebook or you are watching a new series on Netflix, ask the person that you are with, hey, did you know that we always use the preposition on when we are talking about platforms in English? And I know this seems like a lot. It seems a little ridiculous doing all of these things, but I promise, if you do all of these things right now, you will never make this mistake again, and that will automatically make you one of the top 10% of Brazilians that does not make this prepositional mistake. Okay, another example of low-hanging fruit is when we are talking about days, months, or years. So here we go. This is easy. When we are talking about days in English, we use the preposition on. For example, the meeting is on Tuesday. Okay? The meeting is on Tuesday. But when we are talking about months or years, we use the preposition in. For example, the election is in October, or I will travel to Canada in 2020, right? It's pretty simple. On for days and in for months and years. On for days, in for months and years. That's it. So many of our students ask about the differences between in and on, and to be honest, most of their mistakes are connected to this exact thing, talking about days, months, and years. And the easiest way for me to remember this is to think about birthdays. So for example, my birthday is on October 23rd. And we are using the preposition on in this case because we are talking about the specific day on the 23rd, right? So my birthday is on October 23rd. And my birthday is in October. And in this case, we are using the preposition in because we are only talking about the month of October. My birthday is in October. And finally, I can say I was born in 1989. So here we use the preposition in because we are referring to the year 1989. So if you need a little reminder about the prepositions on and in, you can always think about your birthday. Cool. So I think that is enough low-hanging fruit to keep you satisfied for today. Just these really simple things. If you just sit and think about these things for just a little bit and practice some examples for 2 or 3 days, you will always be able to talk about platforms, social media, videos, series, a lot of things like that correctly using the correct prepositions, and you will be able to talk about days of the week. You will be able to talk about different months. When are you going to travel? I'm going to travel in July. Or important dates, like when, I don't know, your wedding anniversary was. Things like that. So I think that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Just some low-hanging fruit, some easy wins to really get this prepositional ball rolling in the right direction. I will see you guys in the next lesson.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do Inglês no Rádio. E como vocês já bem sabem, todo mês a gente tem um challenge novo e, se eu fosse você, iria lá no inglesnuecrupodcast e daria uma olhada no que a gente lançou esses dias. Sim, já está disponível o Prepositions Perfection Challenge. Vá lá no inglesnuecrupodcast, deixa lá seu e-mail com a gente, você vai saber em primeira mão tudo o que está acontecendo, além dos próximos challenges que nós vamos abrir. Agora, sobre esse que está aberto por enquanto, porque não vai ser por muito tempo, vá lá também no inglesnuecrupodcast e lá tem todas as informações de quanto custa, tempo de duração, quem pode fazer e o que se pretende ter ao final desse challenge. Se você é como eu e tem dificuldade com preposições, agora é a hora, hein? Vamos aproveitar, porque você só precisa de 15 minutinhos por dia para estudar e conseguir entender de uma vez por todas sobre tudo de preposições, tá bom? Então é isso, dei meu recado, te espero, hein? Quero você como nosso aluno. Um beijo, tchau!